Hello friends, welcome or welcome back to Tarot Reading with dear Aprisa, and today we are going to do an exciting reading which is about your past life. So maybe have you taken any past life readings before? Because there are different ways to read past life, and I actually took a certification in past life reading and Akashic record, and I think that's actually interesting because one understanding that I learned just now, really, not from the certification, but if you believe in the oneness, that universe is connected, everything is connected, and our experience on Earth is part of universe trying to understand itself, trying to expand itself, then what is going to happen is that imagine universe is like a ball of something that is squishy, a ball of squishy, and then every time someone or something reincarnates or incarnates on Earth or in any other realms or planets, then it is essentially universe trying to take a little piece of itself, and then this piece of itself is going to experience all the different kind of experiences, including the physicality, the spirituality, the emotional and mental experiences. For example, universe is spreading itself into one human, for example, you or me, and then we reincarnated on Earth, and then here on Earth we experience tarot reading, we experience love, we experience disappointment, anger, or sadness, or even excitement, joy, and all those kind of feelings, including other experiences like holding a leaf, a tree, or drinking coffee, for example. So using all these experiences, the universe is expanding itself. So I learned something in my Akashic record reading, and I learned there that someone shouldn't be read Akashic record or past life more than once. And I think that's kind of doing, like, why? Because if we are looking at past life reading, sometimes some readers can be really accurate with the timing and with the exact thing that the person was doing. And even if you are here on Earth and you experience some memories, for example, I felt like I lived in, for example, French Revolution era, for example, or I lived in the ancient Egyptian time, for example. Some people can have this memory, and the memory is still going to stick to them, but doesn't mean if the reading is going to be something completely different, then the reading is wrong. A reading can be right or wrong, but also at the same time, there must be a message that you need to hear, or there must be a lesson, and it's going to be different for everyone. For example, right now I'm doing a tarot reading, and for example, a lot of people are going to stick with pile 1, and these people are going to have different past lives, and yet the message is that each of you in pile 1 or pile 2 or pile 3 that will receive is going to be different to each other. So and then coming back to the idea about this squishy, is that sometimes because we all came from one source, from the universe, then it is possible that in the past life we actually were different people, not just one. It is very possible. And also, for example, the possibility is so huge and so vast. So for example, if you had been read and the reader said that you were an emperor in the 1900s, and then you got another reading some other time, and then the other reader said, yeah, you were a peasant in 1900, like how could there possibly be two people in the same time? Well, that was the explanation that I just mentioned to you, and that is interesting because I didn't learn it anywhere. It just came through when I was preparing for this reading. So yes, all right, so enough rambling. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy, and I hope you subscribe and like. this video so that you can come back to my channel. And if you have been here for a while, thank you so much. I hope the readings have been useful to you. All right, so I have 3 tarot decks here with 3 crystals that you can choose from. You are free to choose one or more, and I'm gonna introduce you to the piles. All right, so this is a general reading, so remember you can have personalized reading by clicking the link on bio. Anyway, I actually went this. I'm sorry card, I'm sorry deck, I'm sorry box. All right, so for pile 1, I'm sorry pile 1, your deck is Kawaii Tarot. I'm sorry, still wet, okay. And then your crystal is Amethyst. And if you choose pile 2, you have Enchanted Forest Felines Tarot. Oh, also wet. Okay, actually I washed my crystals. I don't know if that's the right practice or not. Every day we're learning. All right, and your crystal is pile 2, Rose Quartz. Both pile 1 and 2 are raw crystals. And if you choose pile 3, we have the light Seer Tarot here. And your crystal will be yellow calcite point or tower. Yeah. All right, so take your time. Feel free to choose which pile. If you find it difficult, you can look at each of the piles and feel which one is calling you the most. Which one do you want to listen the most? All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna start with pile 1, and I'm gonna see you in your pile, maybe more than one. See you. Hello pile 1, if you chose Kawaii Tarot and this beautiful amethyst, then this is going to be your reading. So this tarot deck is going to be the tarot deck that we will use to explore the details of your reading, but now I'm going to grab some oracle decks to see the general situation of your past life. All right, so first we want to know who were you in the past. And remember, this is a general reading, so feel free to take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you want more detailed reading, feel free to click the link in my description box. All right, who were you in the past life? And the clarification for pile 1. And then what you did in the past life. Trying to do this as fast as possible so that we don't waste your time. But if you want to get these cards, I'm gonna list the cards I'm using below in the description box. Okay, for pile 1, what did they do in their past life? Feeling this? We will tidy up later. And then what did they do? All right, oh, you got 2. All right, kinda trust the process. And then the lesson that you carry, you need to learn in this lifetime. Okay, this one. And the clarificator card for your lesson is this. All right, we are going to look at your cards one by one. So in the past, you have wolf spirit with family with number 51. Okay, and then you got Juno with partnership with 31. So if you recognize or if you find some of these numbers, like your age perhaps or important dates in your life, then feel free to use that as a confirmation. And then what did you do? The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Okay. And then you have Ewas rune with the white horse. And you have Lagus rune with seahorse, horse and horse. Interesting. All right, and then the lesson that you bring to this lifetime, you have freedom, I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. Ah, right. All right. Oh, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Pile 1. The energy that you carry. Oh, and then you have the magician. Sure. Of course you have the magician with these beautiful snakes. Okay. All right. Pile 1. So this is what I got for you. This is what I see in your cards. So in the past, I think you lived in a time also where I think for some of you, I strongly felt some of you actually lived in Japan area. Suddenly the image just went through so strongly. Although weirdly, this looks like Arctic, right? This looks like Arctic with the northern lights. But yeah, suddenly the Japan. So if you in any way you love Japan, or even you live there, or you want to travel there, or anything like that, that might be a confirmation, because your past life actually was there once. And what is interesting here, I felt like, oh, I just heard Edo era. Okay, so for some of you, maybe you lived in Edo era. So you lived in a time where family was very important, and I think many of you lived to learn to take care of your family, live to, your commitment, your life was almost for your family. For some of you, you defended your family, because I'm seeing like the image and the message just came through really fast, and so many. So just take what resonates, okay? So I think many of you, you didn't feel like it was a burden, but now if you look at it, you're going to see, wow, I did that. Wow, that was a burden. So I think there was a shift of perspective, how you see life right now and how you saw life back then. Back then, that was the norm for you, for everyone, to take care of the family. And I think many of you were in a close-knit society, in a close-knit group, where you had to be so solid and to support each other if you want to survive. It almost felt like that, because otherwise, I just got something coming through again, sorry. That some of you had to do this because, one, either you were exiled with your family, or you were different. So there is a possibility that some of you were actually like witch or healer or something like that, and in society, like your family or your group was not really favored. Like that was not the job, that was not the thing that you were supposed to do. But others were just like, you had to be together to survive, because otherwise you won't. You had to work together a lot, and you were almost never alone. That's what that's what I saw. And I think for many of you, you had, among all of these people, you had one particular person that was really, really important to you, that was really closer than any other people in your group. And then the interesting thing is that this person right now is also incarnated with you. So this person is living in the same realm as you. And I just heard some of you, this person is not like in the world, but is accompanying you always. Perhaps they became your spirit guide or something like that, and guiding you, or even giving you whispers and helping you through dreams, through difficulties. So I think you went through a lot of situations in these lifetimes where it was difficult, and it felt lonely sometimes, but you felt like there was something or someone that accompanies you. Then that is this person. that was always with you, which is very interesting and very sweet, actually, very sweet energy. So yeah, that's if the person did not incarnate with you. Yeah, but for many of you, I think this person is with you and is going to play role in your current life. So I think yeah, in the past you had to deal with the fact that we have wolves here, and this is a difficult geography, difficult nature, difficult environment to live in. But here I also see that there are two animals with similar quote similar names, like horse and seahorse, land horse and seahorse. And I'm feeling like I think many of you had to navigate through different situations. For example, the wolf, they traveled. They traveled, they went places, and you know, I don't know how much wolves traveled, but it's like it's difficult for them. And sometimes perhaps they had to sleep. They really had to be savvy with their environments. And here we see that there are two environments. There is land and there is sea. So I think in the past you had to navigate through different things, and the paradigm that you had at the time was, this is life and I just need to get through it. It's almost like you didn't quote care about what the lesson was. It was about survival to you. It was about yeah, it was about survival. It's about getting to the next step and the next step and the next step. It's you were not thinking about what is the purpose of this, what is the lesson behind of this. I just gotta survive. I just gotta finish this one stage, go through this, and yeah, and make the best out of it. And sometimes it's just not even the best out of it. It's just I got to do life, you know. I gotta survive. I gotta stay alive almost, because the environment that you were in were not stable and not the easiest. Yeah. And the lesson that you carry through this life is actually to free yourself from this kind of thinking. I think many of you have been for example, if you were one of those witches in my reading, which is nothing negative or anything about being a witch, right? Or healer or something like that, that were being seen as negative or as, you know, not regular or not standard. I think at the time you knew what was going on, you knew your role in the world, but you were not in this mindset of, you know, nowadays people feel like, I want to know the meaning of life, I want to know what my purpose is and things like that. But you didn't have this. Like, if you knew, then you knew, and then you went through life, you went through everything that you had in front of you. You just managed it, you just faced them, you know, all those kind of things. Even if it was difficult for you, for example, despite, you know, being a witch, and you know, you perhaps had different perspectives, you had vision, you had all this kind of stuff that people wouldn't know, but still you were not in the seeking, right? You're not looking for something, you're not seeking, and that was enough for you. As long as you survive, as long as your message goes through, something like that. But and your life was it's almost like, for some of you, it was really crisis after crisis. So it's like difficult after difficult. And many of you were also rejected, as I said, with the witch, and you were rejected, but you were not alone. So it's not your own environment that rejected you, but or your closest people that rejected you, but the society, the bigger society surrounding you. Like you, yeah, like it's very difficult to navigate. All right, so and I think some of you had to travel a lot with the AWAs here, you had to travel a lot, you had to move and relocate, because Lagus is also rune of flow, and Awas is like it's pure, it's movement. So it's like you had to move to save yourself, you had to move to make sure that your life is secure, essentially. And what you need to learn in this lifetime, actually, for pile 1, I almost say file 1. So you, in this lifetime, you are being asked to see things differently, because your life today is not that anymore. So you don't have to tie yourself to a family, you don't have to suffer. So these are the lessons. 1, you don't have to suffer. 2, you don't have to tie yourself to a place or anyone just to fit in. Or you don't have to travel to run away, you don't have to travel to or relocate because people hate you. You don't need to wait until people hate you. You don't need to wait until your situation is not livable, you know, until it's too difficult. You don't have to wait for that. You are free to move. If you want to move, then you can move. You don't have to wait until it's bad. That's what I'm trying to say. And you don't have to tie yourself to your family. It's not your lesson anymore, because you did. You stood with your family. You stayed loyal. You stayed in partnership. You protected your family. You protected each other, and you worked together. You collaborated well with your family. It's in your past. You don't have to rely on other people anymore. And now you are free, because we have freedom here. And we have freedom here, and the Magician. And Magician is the card that shows that you are resourceful, that you are able to change your own life and your own living situation. You have what it takes to change it. So if in any way in this current life you are feeling like tied, you feel bound, or like you have a contract with someone, with your family, or with, I don't know, even perhaps a job or a calling that you feel like, oh yeah, I must do this, it might not be true. Actually, it might be an imprint from the past. It might be a memory, not the reality, but you're supposed to live here and how you're supposed to live. Because I'm seeing with these 2 runes, actually, I'm seeing that this life is supposed to be lighter and supposed to be easier for you. Unlike the past, you're supposed to travel, you're supposed to be fluid, to be not to be flexible, but to be everywhere, sort of. You need this. And I think, yeah, that's the message that came through. I'm curious to see, actually, like, why is this message coming through? Maybe you know that already, because this is your life, and maybe this is how you are feeling. Maybe this is confirming to you something, but I just don't know, because this is not my reading, this is your reading. So why does pile 1 need to hear this, really? You have the Knight of Swords, you have the Page of Wands, and okay, I'm seeing this, and you have 8 of Cups. Okay, wow. What's so interesting in this with the Knight of Swords and Page of Wands, it looks like you are supposed to trailblaze a new territory. So when before in your past life you had to stick with your family, because if you didn't stick with them, then you're not going to be safe, they were not going to be safe. It's like everyone relied on each other. But in this lifetime, it looks like you don't need to rely on anyone, as I said. And actually your family is going to be okay without you, your society is going to be okay without you. You are supposed to trailblaze, open new land, explore new land, and find out what this new land, quote unquote, can offer you and your family. And this doesn't mean, when you travel, doesn't mean that you are leaving your family or you hate your family. No, not at all. So if in any way you need to step into a new era, a new zone, a new life, and you're scared because what about my family? Are they going to be safe? Will they hate me? Or I'm gonna miss them. What if when I'm gone something happens to them? What if, and family can be your people and things like that. It's okay, you can leave, absolutely. And that's because you are supposed to explore this new land, so that your family can see possibilities, can see if they want to join you, if this new land is good for them. And actually, it's like Moana. Have you watched Moana? I think in some countries it's called Vaiana movie, the second one. So the second movie, Moana, because I'm in Indonesia, so we watch Moana, not Vaiana. So Moana, she had to travel and left her family. She left her family, she left her tribe, her island, to explore no island without any guarantee that her pursuit, her trip, her journey was going to be a success, that she was going to find anything really. But the calling was so real that she had to leave, so she left. And good for her, because she found something. And what's interesting here also with the Eight of Cups, I also see that you are scared. What if I like what I see and I'm not going to go back to them? What if I'm going to leave them for good? I don't think so. I think you are going to still love your family, especially, or your people. Okay, take as resonates. So you will still love your family, you will still love your people, you will be back. And you will be back not because you failed, but because you will bring good news, you will bring hope. They are going to see that your pursuit, that your travel is successful, that your endeavor is successful. And I think on the journey you are going to learn a lot. With the progression from Knight to Page here, I'm seeing that you are going to be, I think now in your life, no matter how old you are or how long, how far in life you are in this lifetime, I think you have earned quite some knowledge, quite some skills and competence. And this travel or this new endeavor, whatever this exploration of the new land or adventure, it's going to put you one step back. Doesn't mean that you're wrong, or I think this is also a reminder from the universe that do not be scared if at the beginning you feel like you're struggling or you feel like it's difficult, because this is new. This is not difficult, quote, per se, but this is new for you. That's why you feel like a rookie again. You feel like a newbie. You learn again. Yeah, I heard buckle up, pile one, for the stuff. What can pile one see in the next 1 week? We have strength. Okay, we have Ace of Cups. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. This is very beautiful actually, pile one. I think this is not straight. Okay, in next week you are going to see strength and Ace of Cups, and wow, this is actually beautiful. So if you haven't been able to start or do something, what it takes to this thing that are calling you, because I think if you are in this pile, you either have heard something that you need to do something, you need to take action, you need to make changes in your life, you need to start something, endeavor, venture, and things like that. But some of you, perhaps you haven't been able to take that first step because it's scary and it's unfamiliar. but the universe is going to remind you this week. And I'm reading this in the Lionsgate. Today is exactly 8th of August, and with the strength being here, and usually strength is depicted by lion, and if I'm not mistaken also strength is number 8, which is here, the infinite sign here. So I feel like if you watch this exactly as I'm uploading this, which hopefully today or tomorrow, then you are going to see a lot of energies like gravitating towards you, and it's like whirlpool of energy. It's going to be directed at you to help you to get you know, the understanding and the sudden, it's like major sudden breakthrough that is going to like yes, or like go, or like yes, pile one, this is it. Suddenly you were like, yes, I can do this. And it's not, the energy is big, but what you are going to feel is like opening and cracking, like this ever unfolding rose. It's like one layer after layer after layer, but it's like yes, finally you're just like yes. And it's not like yes, but it's like yes, I know I'm gonna do this. This is a calm yes. So this is not a crazy yes. All right, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm excited. Yes, something like that. And I'm seeing that you are going to take the first step that is necessary. And I think someone is coming to hand you something. If you see this cute otter handing the sugar block to the seal, like it's someone, I think someone is going to go another mile. Is that the sentence? Right? Give you a little bit more than they usually would. And they are going to give you a really valuable either insight or either opportunity or channel or stuff, perhaps even object or something like that. Object can be money, can be, for example, you want to start YouTube and then someone just gave you a gift of camera, for example, or I don't know, SD card. I'm not using that, but yeah, you know what I mean. So it can be a little sign that, oh yeah, I got it finally. I got the support I need to start this. It's like confirmation and synchronicity from the universe. Wow, pile one, so cool. Okay, all right, so is there anything else that pile one needs to know? Okay, let's got these cards. Okay, 5 of Swords, interesting, and Death. All right, that's actually exciting. Actually, this is what I got. Pile one, this is a new territory for you. So please. Okay, I'm sorry, my battery was almost dead. Okay, so if pile one, because this is a new territory for you, so if in any way you feel like you want to achieve a lot, you want to achieve fast, like adjust your expectations, adjust your goals, give yourself some grace, be kind to yourself, because this is like a death and rebirth situation for you, because you are shedding your old skin, you are shedding your old shell. You have outgrown yourself, your shell, your home, your environment. So you gotta be patient with yourself and allow yourself enough time. So just because you're supposed to learn about freedom, you're supposed to bulldoze a new land, like be kind to yourself. And with the Ace of Cups here, I'm seeing that you are being reminded to keep on taking care of yourselves. Not because you are supposed to do something and it's going to be beautiful for both you and your family, for example. You must remember that without you, this goal or whatever this is not going to come true if you are not well taken care of. So do not do anything to succeed. You know, like don't say I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna put everything so that it's work, and then you become too hardworking, or you know, like a little bit like punishing yourself. Don't do that. Be kind to yourself, because this is a delicate moment for you, where your soul is like transcending into a new territory also. So it's not just, I think what came through is you are opening a new karma, good karma. So it's like the job you had in your past life and in your life this time is done, and you are closing it. You are closing your book, and you are opening and writing a new one. But when you are writing a new book, sometimes it's just messy. You cannot just expect like, okay, I'm gonna write a book, I'm gonna write from page 1 to 100, but you are going to explore what this book is about. Maybe some ideas are going to come flowing through you, and you will figure out which one is important and which one not. But at the same time, you might want to explore and write all of your ideas without judging your insights or your stories or how you type, because this is what I learned from writing my PhD thesis. Is at some points we challenged ourselves to type and putting a book on the monitor. So sometimes we got creative block so bad, so we just put a book. We take a book. I don't have a book here. Oh, I actually have a book here. So we just take a book. Oh my god. First World War, my sons. We took a book, and then we cover the monitor, and then we type, and by us typing without looking at the monitor, we don't remember what we wrote. We don't know if the grammar was correct or not, but nevertheless the words are going to be written, and then we can do the editing later, as long as we got the ideas on the paper. So that's because when you are able to see what you are writing, you can judge yourself. You can start to delete, okay, this word is not the right word. This word was typed wrong. And then you had to go back and delete, and and then your creative process, your creative juice is not going to flow, and you're going to interrupt your process. And when you let yourself like write all things down, and then later you can edit, it's almost like this thing that you are doing, whatever this is, like just do not judge yourself, just let the ideas or the stuff, so you don't have to do everything perfectly in the first place. That's what I'm trying to say. So do not judge yourself and be kind to yourself. And sometimes at the beginning, the writing is going to be messy. I'm using the writing metaphor. So for example, you are going to take the book out of your monitor, and then you're going to see like, okay, what's that? One, you are going to see mistakes. You are going to see mistyping. You are going to see sentences that do not work. But at the same time, you are going to see points. You are going to see ideas. You are going to see nice quotes, and these are all unfiltered. So yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Do not kill your idea. Do not kill your hope. Do not kill your movement with judgment. Yes, because I think this is going to open a new era, a new life for you, if not for your family as well. So be so do this. Whatever you are thinking, do it, because it's just a sign. The cards say it all. Take it, do it, take the leap. Be kind to yourself, take care of yourself. The insight, the breakthrough is going to come through, and you are allowed to live a new life. You are allowed to taste freedom this time. Whatever you learned before, you've done it. It's done, it's done, it's done. Thank you, Pile 1, for sharing your energy with me. If you find this resonating with you, feel free to subscribe and click the like button. Don't forget to comment that you came from Pile 1. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello Pile 2. If you chose Enchanted, Forest, Feline's Tarot and the Rose Quartz, This is going to be your reading. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. If you have been here for a while, you know I haven't been able to pronounce this deck correctly for a while now. But for some reason, I didn't learn. Wow. And this is going to be the tarot deck that we are using to explore your situation, but to understand the general situation, information about your past life that we are going to explore. We are going to use some oracle decks, and for that I'm gonna put this aside. So as in other piles, I'm gonna shuffle. I'm gonna try to do this as quick as I can, but if you are interested in more detailed reading of this past life stuff or other readings, feel free to click the link in description box, because I also provide personalized tarot reading. Right, so this is going to be a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. So your first card has jumped. You have toadstool with growth with number 44. This is who you were in the past life. We are going to grab more cards to understand your situation for pile 2. This is the card. And then what did you do in your past life that we are going to explore this time? I saw that one. Okay. And then what did you do? So if you haven't liked this or haven't subscribed to my channel, please use the opportunity to do so that you can get more videos from my channel, and it's going to help my channel so that it's going to reach more people like you who need messages just like you. Oh my god, there are lots of messages. So this is the lesson that you need to learn. You've got liberation. We're gonna read your card later. And then the lesson that you need to learn in this lifetime, what you carried over. All right, so first, who were you? You've got toadstools with growth and number 44. If you see any number in this reading, feel free to use that as confirmation. It can be your age, someone else's age, or important date. For example, this can be 4th of April. That's my birthday though. I said the same in the previous reading. And then you've got ascendant with entrance. And you have 35, which is also interesting because 4 plus 4 is 8 and 3 plus 5 is 8. So maybe 8 is something important to you. Maybe someone has life path number 8. Maybe you were born on the 8th. Maybe you were born in August. And in that case, happy birthday, because I'm doing this reading in August, exactly on the 8/8, which is the Lionsgate portal. So maybe this is why you need to hear this lesson. But also, this is a timeless reading, so feel free to claim the message whenever, even when this is not Lionsgate for you. All right, and then what did you do? You have unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Literally, that's what you did. That's what you did. You also have Gibo, the rune of partnership and gift. I have a feeling that in the past life, what you did was trying to, literally, I took this literally as released people. So I think I suddenly got reminded of a movie or an old story about Robin Hood, like releasing people from poverty and things like that. So what I'm feeling right here is that you could have literally released people from financial or from physical restraint or constraint. That's what you did. Maybe you were maybe you served, maybe I don't know, like there are a lot of different jobs, right, that actually helped people with releasing people. Can be releasing from sickness, can be releasing from situation, from financial problems, from family, from soul contract, even if you were a witch or something like that, or perhaps healer, spiritual leader, teacher. You could have also released people from um, you know by educating people. That's also kind of, oh yeah, and also you have liberation. So I have a feeling that in this lifetime you are going to continue the work that you did in your previous life or lives, because it can be many lives, because part of your journey, you were a student, you were a learner. That's what you did. You kept on, and you still do. That's what I'm feeling right here. You still do learn, study, explore, and try to understand things. And the way you understand things usually is to track back to the very beginning. So maybe this is why a past life reading is interesting you. I'm not surprised if many of you have been read past life readings on YouTube, with tarot or with pendulum or something like that. It's very possible. I think very important to you is to understand the journey, the very beginning and the start. I think some of you can be this can be your first life. This life can be your first life ever. You can be a really young soul that is here to be an apprentice, to release other people's soul. In that case, welcome. And some of you, your previous life that we are looking at was the initial or the first life that you had incarnating either on earth or somewhere. But it's like this is what I saw, like you were learning, and the way you learn is by tracking things to the very beginning. You want to know the core wound, you want to know the core situation, the root problem, you want to know the cause, what caused this situation. So that's how you release people. So for example, you know that this poverty is caused by people being uneducated, so they cannot save themselves. So what you did is like, okay, I'm gonna teach them to read, so that they are able to read books, so they are able to study further and teach others and create wealth for themselves, something like that. So you go to the core problem of one situation in order for you to help others to release people. And what's interesting that is coming through here, some of you can be doing the exact same thing. For example, you can be a nervous system healer, or you work with somatic, you work with nervous system, you work with inner child, or healing with hypnotherapy or something like that. So I think many of you here, this is also not story, this is like the calling that you have in Akashic reading. We know that every soul has their own school, kind of, and it seems like your school, the major that you took is healer and liberator. And actually we haven't opened the last card here. You have King of Cups. Okay, so this is what you learn. I think this lifetime is not the okay, so if you skip the beginning, I said that there is a possibility that we experienced a lot of different lifetimes, so not just once but many, and then some of the lifetimes can happen at the same time, because our soul is, it can be in different places, and it can be an extension of universe, essentially. If you want to know more, you can watch the intro. But here what I'm trying to say is that this life is a mastery kind of life, not you're not going to do something like completely crazy different, but this is a kind of mastery where you are going to improve your mastery, your skills, your competence in this one particular school called, this is the school of earth. And your journey in this lifetime is, quote, still the same, but worry not, it's not going to be boring, because I think in this lifetime you are going to master more about emotion. You are going to learn to connect deeper to connect with your intuition deeper. So I think when we are talking about healing, about nervous system, about humans, physical body, emotional body, or spirituality, I think you have been doing this before. If this is not your first rodeo, then you have done this before. And yet in every life, you are going to learn something different, like the deepening of your craft, the deeper understanding of what is. And I think this lifetime there is some similarity a little bit and the energy with pile 1. So if in any case you are interested or being called to watch pile 1, feel free to watch that after this. I'm not gonna tell you what that is, but yeah, just watch. And with this, the doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. This is giving me you know, you have been doing this a lot of times, or this is not your first try, but this time it's going to be different in the sense that you are going to free yourself from the rules, from the standards, or what people usually say about this job or this role. It's like you are going to give your own color and flavor to this thing that you are doing. For example, tarot reading. All right, tarot reading is somehow or in some way also help liberate people. And there are some typical ways where people read tarot. There are several approaches, but in your tarot reading, you are going to do it a little bit differently, a little bit uniquely, that is going to give people a sense of feeling like this is a different kind of tarot reading. This has a, you know, like for example, the rules are, I'm just gonna make things up because this is my own area. For example, tarot reading, people are going to read using tarot cards, and they are going to like shuffle and then, you know, pick the card, or they are going to wait until some cards jump out, so it's called the jumpers. But you, on the other hand, you are going to throw your cards, and then maybe you see what face up and what face down, and then you are going to read based on that. I don't know if people are actually doing that, but you know, you are going to do something that is untraditional, that is not the usual way of people doing this. And I think this is going to give you some leverages, because people are going to remember you. Oh, look at that pile too. They're doing things a little bit differently. For example, you do hypnotherapy. I don't know much about hypnotherapy. And then you are going to add some flavor into your hypnotherapy or something like that. Or the approaches, the messages that you are going to deliver. For example, you have a tarot YouTube, and then your YouTube titles or topics are going to be absolutely unhinged, for example. Yeah, I'm getting that feeling. So this is a mastery where you are going to play in these lifetimes, and I think in this lifetime, and I think what is important here, there is an emphasis of you exploring and deepening the emotional body, about the emotional and intuition. So I think if your work in any way is not related to intuition, for example, you know, like you are being an educator, a teacher or something like that, but you are going to include intuition a lot and understanding your students from emotional perspective. You are going to get to know your students in person and things like that. I think this is what you are mastering. And I think I heard some of you are going to get yourself some apprentice later in your life, someone that you will mentor. Interesting. All right, that is interesting. What else do we see here? Okay. Yeah, why does pile 2 need to know about this information, really? The 3 of saucers, or traditionally 3 of cups. And then I saw this too. We got King of branches, traditionally King of wands. And then 10 of saucers. Wow, okay. So this lifetime is going to be a fulfilling and exciting lifetime for you. It's going to be rich, at least emotionally, but also can be also passion wise and financial wise, because a king is rich, right? And then the 10 of saucers or 10 of cups are usually about talking about the satisfaction and fulfillment. So this can talk about you creating wealth, you creating, you know, the top-notch happiness. And what is needed here is that, I know that this is 3 of cups, but I was sensing that you need to know this, particularly the apprentice and the deepening, is because you are going to work with people. And I don't know whether in the past or you have or you haven't been, but if you have, I think some of you, if you have worked with someone, there is some fear, some low-key anxiety or worry that people are going to betray you, that people are going to hurt you, and it's not really. This is what the cards are saying. It's not going to happen again. I mean, we get hurt all the time. We hurt people we love all the time, but not all the time, but often. But I'm trying to say here, what I'm trying to say is that it's going to be better. So if in any way you had any fear about working together with people and trusting people, then it's going to be easier. Because what you are going to learn here is that, as I was getting the apprentice stuff, I was holding this card, the toadstools. So I think you are going to master, as you master the spirituality, you master the emotional body and the intuition and the ability to get to know people on the soul level, on their personal level, like getting close with people, really opening your heart for people. So it seems like before, some parts of your work is you and a lot of other people. So I'm gonna share you something so that you can understand what I'm talking about. So for example, a teacher, there is one teacher, and then in the class there are 30 students, 30 pupils, and then this teacher is going to know all of them, but on a superficial level. They will only know the students who have particular problems, or who talk the most in the class, or more, you know, like the popular ones or the troublemakers, all the people that are, you know, like standing out. But not everyone, especially the quiet ones, perhaps the ones that have no problem, the ones that are just usual student. So in a way, and you are going to meet them like every day, or less than every day, like a few times a week, right? So you are not going to, even though, for example, you are a good teacher, people love you, your students love you, you don't have this emotional connection. I'm not saying that you don't love your students or anything, but there are sides of you and there are sides of them that you don't know about each other. So you are close to them, yes, you meet them every day, but you don't have the like close attachment when you are in a close relationship with someone, when you are really knowing someone, not as a best friend, not as a you know, like friend that you meet every other day, or you know, or meet at the office and then you work together. But this is the kind of person that you but when I'm talking about this King of Cups, the ability to hold emotions, to be so close with someone, it's like there is nothing on you that this person don't know, and there is nothing on them that you don't know. Like the ability to connect to the personal and deep level at the emotional, not just knowing, okay, this is what they have for breakfast, this is for dinner, and every morning they are going to do ABC, but really like what is in the inner situation of this person, but also yours. So I think this is a very important message in this reading, is that you are going to understand or this is the lesson. The lesson is that you are going to be invited to go deep into your core. So when I said something about you, that you, whenever you want to learn about something or help someone, you go to the core of this problem. But what this is going to help you with is that now you get to go deep into your own, so that you can connect and relate better with others. Because sometimes this is what's interesting. I met a few professionals that work in this realm. I'm not gonna say what kind of professionals they are, but essentially they're healers. They're helping people to heal from different traumas or different kind of healing and things like that. And they are very excellent. They know the theories, they know how to help other people. But then again, no matter how beautiful or figured out or not their life is, not necessarily that these people, these professionals, can do that for themselves. They can help other people go deep, go within, and explore their traumas, heal their traumas. But this person themselves, they are not able to connect with their own feelings. They can sit in their room with their client and help them. But honestly, they themselves, if you confront them, they might not be able to do that. And I think this is why it's so very important, because this is the lesson for you in your lifetime this time. I'm not saying that you are not able to connect with your own, but in this lifetime you are being asked to not going deep into them, but also going deep into you. So I think, and with this, you will be able to create partnership with whomever you are working with, whether it's your client, whether it's your student or your patient or things like that. But and this is going to put you in such a good situation where not only you know the theory, you experience that yourself, and it's gonna make you a better liberator, a better releaser, a better teacher, a better something like that. So you don't have to go deep within you with your clients or things like that, but you are being asked to do the work yourself. All right, so it's, when I said here, like, you are growing and you are a student, like, you are a learner, but also you need to go deep into yourself. Because when you understand yourself deep, not just superficial, not just, okay, this is the strategy, this is the tactic, this is what we are going to do, but really, like, what's in your heart. And specifically with this King of Cups, Cup is always talking about emotions, the emotional body. So are you able to label what you feel? Are you able to go and say, I am angry? Not just, it's annoying, I don't like that, but really, like, I am angry, I feel violated, I feel like my boundary is not respected. Like being really real with what you feel and go deep. I think many of you are going to find a deep healing as you go deep, and this is going to make you a better liberator, better and stronger liberator in this lifetime. And it's going to bring you so much value, so much happiness and satisfaction, fulfillment, and even position. Like, it's unbelievable. And you are going to get better network, better people and community, and you will be surrounded and be reunited or united with people who can support you better. So what can Piles you expect in this next week, please? What can they expect this week? Oh wow, we have 5 of Branches, which is 5 of Wands, and then King of Saucers, which is also King of Cups again. Oh Lord, this is so beautiful. I think as you are able to explore your feelings, first, maybe some of you are going to hate me when you watch this reading. Maybe you will not be happy, and that's okay. I'm gonna drink my coffee, my elixir of joy. So I think some of you are going to not be happy with the message that I deliver. Perhaps you are going to think, no, Aprisa, I'm good. Okay, that's okay. If you feel like I'm good, I don't want to learn, I'm enough. I mean, this reading is not for me. I mean, I'm deep enough, I understand myself enough, and I connect with people enough, and I don't want to grow. Okay, I think there are two types of people that are going to be in this reading. One is the ones that don't want to acknowledge that and want to stop their journey here. Okay, and then feel free to read another pile. But if you are one of those who find it like, oh yeah, I kind of feel that it's not comfortable and I'm not sure I want to go there, I'm scared, I don't know where to go, I don't know where to start, or you know, it's going to make me weak, for example. I mean, I'm helping people, for example, an inner child coach, or no, maybe not inner child coach, maybe, I don't know, but you have a job, for example, and then you're like, yeah, but if I do that myself, then I'm gonna be weak, because look, my inner child coach is still doing their inner child healing, for example, and you're like, I'm not sure I want to do this because it's going to put me in a bad situation, like I'm not a good person. How can I help someone to heal their inner child wounds if I'm also still healing, you know? Like, if you are this person, then I'm going to say that absolutely awesome, because your fear, because once you acknowledge your fear, you acknowledge your anxiety or worries, that is beautiful and that is amazing, and it's going to bring you to the exact healing that you are looking for, the exact lesson that your soul is here for, which is the King of Cups. They come twice here as your lesson and what is going to happen this week. So I'm seeing, if you are open to look at your situation, to connect and relate to someone or people in your life deeply, and that's not by understanding them, but by understanding yourself, it's going to make your journey leaping forward. And it's really fast, because I was asking about what is going to happen next week, and what's interesting is that this is the rune of gift. So the gift that you give to other people should be the gift that you also give to yourself. All right, so if there's any other message that pile 2 supposed to hear, see, you have 8 of branches, which is 8 of wands, which is such a beautiful, and 4 of mushroom, which is 4 of pentacles. Look, whatever you are scared about, if people are going to see you differently, people are going to like, for example, okay, Aprisa, I actually have been thinking about this and I want to take a break, for example, then, or I don't know how to spend the money, like I'm not in the place to spend that money. I think this is very clear message. If you find that money is the problem to do this healing, or resources are the problem, then universe is going to support you with that. Yeah, you will be given enough resources and it's going to come to you like, coming, look at this boss, and then all the ones are running towards you. So the resources are going to come to you real fast. The message, the support, the insights are going to come to you real fast, and you will be given the resources you need, even if it includes money. And if you are scared about your reputation, about how people sees you, it doesn't matter. It's no problem, because you are being protected here, and you are going to still stand tall, and you are still going to collect even more resources. This is what I'm seeing here. Look at this cat. He's very proud of all the treasures that he collected here. So that is your reading, pile 2. That is beautiful. If you decided to continue this reading until the end, congratulations. I'm so happy for you, because I'm seeing that you are fulfilling your lesson in this lifetime, and it's a good feeling. I have goosebumps here. So it's really good for you. I'm so happy to see this for you. You are going to meet and reunite with people that that are good for your growth, that are good for the reason why you came to this earth. And if you watch this around Lionsgate, then beautiful, because it's going to be like the exact right timing. But if you don't, that's okay too. Keep on doing whatever you're doing, and it's going to not keep on doing whatever you're doing. Keep on doing your your work, your liberation, your releasing, but not only for other people, but also for you. And don't be scared to go deep, all right? Because you're not going to drown. Because King of Saucers, King of Cups, they are not in the water, but they are on the water. They command the emotions, and this doesn't mean that you need to tell yourself to, okay, myself, this is what I need to feel. No, but really your ability to stay on top of your emotions is by understanding it, is by going deep, and then you can surface again and bring the fish with you, which is the insights, which is the harvest, right? All right, so that is your reading, pile 2. Don't forget to like and write in the comment about your reading, and feel free to subscribe. I'm happy to have you here. Thank you so much for your work, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next readings. Bye bye. Hello pile 3, if you chose the Light Seer Tarot with this yellow calcite tower, then this is going to be your reading. So this is going to be the tarot deck that we are using to explore your situation, but for your general information about your past life, what you did, and the lessons that you carried for this lifetime, we are going to look at some oracle decks. All right, so I'm gonna put this aside for now, and then I'm gonna shuffle for you. And remember that this is a general reading. Feel free to take what resonates and leave the rest. And also, if you want personalized reading, you can click the link in description box, because today, as of today, I'm still doing personalized reading. All right, so for pile 3, let's get to it. Who were they in past life? And then, so if you haven't subscribed or liked this video, please feel free to do so. That's going to help my channel to reach more people like you, and so that you get more videos from me. So this is for you, pile 3, who you were in the past life and what did you do? Let's see. What did you do? Last one. No, I'm feeling okay. Oh, you got 2. Okay. Wow. This is clear. You directly got Lemuria, the different planet. Okay. I'm gonna read the cards later. And then what did you do? Pile 3. Pile 3. Oh wow. Okay. It's interesting. I think many of you have lived life a lot of times. This is not your first rodeo, and there are many different versions of you that wanted to come through in this reading. So I might be seeing later, let's see, might be seeing different lives of yours, but essentially this is the reading, this is the lesson. That, see, like you got the most cards here. So I'm just gonna follow the process. This one first, and then this. Okay, and then the last card for this part. For pile 3, what lessons did they carry on Earth? Okay, I'm feeling this too. Okay, oh, let's see. Let's see your cards, pile 3. Your pile got the most cards. Okay, so pile 3, you got Pine Spirit with Purification with number 30. So if you see any numbers, someone's age or important dates, perhaps it can be another layer of confirmation. And then you got Dignified with Strength with 13. This reminds me a little bit of who's that? Pretty Fly for a White Guy. The song by I think The Offspring. I don't know if you're my age, maybe you know that song. And that's funny because in part of the lyrics, they asked for a 13, but they drew a 31. Okay, that's not 30, but that's 31. But it's like, I don't know, like the song just came through. Yeah, they're asking for 13, but they drew a 31. So these two might be important ages for you. Might be in between these ages. might be important. And then you also have, I don't know, that's the randomest among all the piles. And then you got a break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Look at this figure. Like, is she going out? No, actually she's outside, but she's looking back, if you can see. And then there are other figures here. Oh yeah. And then you got Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Yeah, I think you've lived a lot of lives, and you've served a lot of purposes and a lot of different journeys, different stories. And I think even some of you have completed several tasks or several schools. I would say, like, you guys are all souls, I think. And then you got Wunyo rune with hummingbird. Just beautiful. That's what you did. And then your lesson, the lesson that you carry, reframe. This is happening for me, not to me, with the gifts. And then you have individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this Earth school. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna wait. And then you've got Seven of Cups. Oh, I love this. I love this. And then you've got Justice. Okay. Okay. I'm excited for you. Okay, pile 3. Wow. This is almost like, for some of you, this can be a bonus life where you don't actually need to learn anything, but you decided to come on Earth anyway and to see what's up, what is going, and you want to explore. And essentially, you didn't have to go through this, but you somehow like had the contract, or you told universe, like, you know what, I'm just gonna go back to Earth one more time. What are you doing, pile 3? I don't know, I just wanna see. I just wanna, some of you wanted to learn another lesson that was not supposed to be yours, but you wanted to do that anyway because you are curious, because you're old, because you're, you know, because you're feeling happy-go-lucky. Like, I'm feeling lucky this time, I'm just gonna, you know, that's the kind of energy of your soul that came through here. And you have a lot of stories. You have a lot of stories to tell. I think you've gone through a lot of lives, and starting from, I think you tried all the different environments. You tried different climates, different countries, different planets, even different kind of forms. So maybe some of you have taken forms other than humans. And also, I think you learned a lot. It's so exciting. The energy is so exciting. And I feel like this is the energy of your soul. Like, you are here to have fun, no matter how it actually feels on Earth right now. No matter how difficult. Maybe some of you are going to, perhaps your life is difficult. Maybe you are going to say, but Aprisa, my life sucks. Or maybe some of you are going to say, yeah, absolutely, I'm having fun, I'm enjoying my life. And it doesn't matter, because what is coming through is actually your soul. And your soul is saying, I'm just here to find out. I'm here to, and Wunyo is actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's the rune of joy. I think it's the rune of joy. Let's take a look at this, at the guidebook. Wunyo. I will never remember where things are, although these are like alphabets, I believe. Wunyo with hummingbird. The hummingbird is joyful as he dances in between the flowers. His happy energy, oh yeah, that's where I got the energy. His happy energy and satisfaction and harmony with life brings his wishes into being. He dances his dance surrounded by the jewel-like flashes of his friends and family. Wunyo, with its ecstatic energy, is the most welcome rune in a reading. It has a sweet bittersweet as the final rune of the first act, bringing the whisper of change or a shift, like the first rays of a sunset after a perfect day. When this delightful rune pops up, you can expect joy, fellowship, and harmony, a symbol of well-being. It brings love, prosperity, and fulfillment. All right, so, right, this is joy, pleasure, belonging, kindreds, and prosperity. So I feel like what came through as I was holding this reframe and individuality, I think some of you are also here because you are accompanying someone. Who are you accompanying? We are going to explore that. So if you resonate with having someone that you love so much, whether this is your child, whether this is your parent, your best friend, or your partner, or someone that you really care about but you cannot be together with right now, I think you are here for this. I think you are here for this person, for this soul. You are here to witness, you are here to guide them, you are here to help them. That's why it's so powerful. Oh my God, goosebumps. Oh Lord, this is so beautiful why you're here. Your reason to be here is so flipping beautiful. I love this. You have gone through a lot and you don't have to do this, but you're like, hey, look, are you going back to Earth because you are finishing a lesson? You said that your fellow or your family soul, and then they're like, yeah, and you know what, I need to finish this, and you said like, you know what, let me just go with you. And they'd be like, why? Because you're done, you don't have to do this. I mean, you can have fun there and, you know, like support me from the spirit realm and things like that, but you're like, no, I'm just, you know, I've seen a lot, and I might be able to help you. And I think this is such a pure spirit that you have right here, that you're such a beautiful soul. And even if you've gone through a lot of problems or troubles to be here on Earth again, or to be with your loved one, or you are not able to be with them, or it's so struggling, I think for some of you, you can feel this. Maybe in some readings you are going to see this as karmic relationship or karmic contracts, and this is not bad in the sense like you are destined with this person and you have to be together, and it's like kind of constricting. No, actually what's interesting here is that look, you are here, yes, the karmic was you're deciding to come back here with this person without you having to do so, which is so interesting. And so if in any way this relationship is too heavy on you, you are allowed to leave it. You are allowed to let this person study on their own, and you search for your own life. You create, okay, because this is a bonus life, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create this for myself. I see this from all the cards, and it's like the information is just laid out there, and I cannot just, you know, like point the cards, but the information is there. Pile 3. Oh, absolutely. And and those problems that you experience, that's not because you're bad. I mean, if in any ways or in any chance you felt like life is so hard on me, maybe I need to heal this, maybe I need to heal that, maybe I'm bad, maybe I'm supposed to restart life again, you know, like next time I gotta do this, otherwise I will not graduate. I have a feeling that that's not your situation really, because whatever happened in your life, it's optional, not in the sense of you chose, but you chose to be here. And it's like lottery. When you decided, yeah, okay, I'm gonna be there with you, I'll see you, you know, I'm gonna be born after you, like 5 years after you, 3 years after you, or you know what, I'm just gonna be born first. And then whether you meet this person, whether you have a relationship with this person or not, you be like assigned a random life because you know, there's no, you didn't have any plan really, and it's like your plan is to, I'm just gonna accompany you. I'm just like, you don't write this down like detailed plans, like, okay, so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna learn. No, you don't do that. And the reason is like, I'm just gonna have fun and explore. So when or if in your life you feel like life is so heavy, I think that's because, yeah, you happen to be assigned a heavy life or heavy experiences, and that's not because of anything. And then after that, what you need to do is to choose. I mean, you've gone through this so many times. You've gone through this a lot. If there is someone who knows how to do this, who knows how to pivot, who knows how to change things, I think that's gonna be you, because you've gone through this so many times and you know what to do. All right, that is so exciting. All right. This is such an exciting reading. Okay, but because the space is full, I don't know how I'm gonna, okay, maybe we can do it like this. Okay, so I want to know, I'm curious about this person that you so love. Like, what is your current situation with this person, really? What is your current situation with this person, right? It's a confirmation. Maybe you feel like this to several people and you don't know what this reading is going to talk to you about. I think the most important thing that just came through is that you are here not to help this person, actually. Maybe you said, yeah, I'm here to help, and then maybe in some way, for some of you, I think you feel some sense of pressure that I have to help this person, I have to be here with this person, like you feel like that, and it feels heavy for some of you, but you really, not really, honestly, it's your thought. And this person is okay, because the initial plan is this person was going to go here alone. So if you, in any way, you feel like, yeah, this is tough, man, I'm not gonna do this, or you're like, you know what, let me just leave for a second and then, you know, have fun on my own and then I'll be back, I think that's absolutely fine. So who is this person and what is their lesson and what the relationship to you, if we can get any information about that? I had 3 questions, right? Who is this person, spirits? Who is this person, spirits, for pile 3? 9 of Cups. Oh my god, yeah, you really love this person. And what are they here to do? Actually, they're here to complete their lessons too. So I think like you both are almost the same soul age. You are perhaps from the same soul family, and that's why you finished yours earlier than theirs. And what are you supposed to do here, actually, if any? The Fool. Oh man, it's up to you. Like, your cards are so nice. Yeah, you're absolutely free to do whatever you want. So if in any way you feel stuck, you feel restrained, you feel constrained, like, oh, I need to do this and that because of this person, because I promised this person A, B, C, you don't have to. They're going to be fine, because this is a lesson that they are going to complete themselves, and then next they are going to be free to come back to Earth with you or not, or maybe you guys want to explore a different realm, that's fine too. But this is someone who you really love, who you really care. I think for some of you, even this person was your spirit guide at some point, or I feel like you were besties. Some of you were besties in the spirit realm. Some of you have guided one person together. Some of you are split from the same cloth. So it's almost like you are so similar, actually, with each other in the soul level, but maybe in the physical level you look completely different. But it's like someone that you feel like you cannot live without. This is someone that you really care about. Yeah, look at this. Can you see that? Let me just put my coffee aside to show you. It's like squishy, being stretched out. It's like you are always together, and it doesn't matter wherever you are. Or for example, you decide to, you know what, I'm just gonna leave for a while. One, you will be back with them. You will always meet this person again. So for example, you live in different places, or you live in the same area, and then you want to leave, and then you are scared or anything like that. Don't worry, you will be back. Fate will bring you back to this person, or this person is going to be drawn to you. Like, your soul is just like magnet together. And this is partly the reason why you're coming here, because you're a magnet to this person. And this person is also your magnet. So like, do we want to go and do this together? And they're like, you don't have to. No, I want to. Okay. And it can the world can also signify that you literally can be living in a different world, like you live a completely different life. For example, this person is a scientist and you are a mystic, for example. Like this person is a data person and you are absolutely intuitive person and things like that. And it can be like that, or you can live literally on the other side of the world. And what's interesting to me is that I'm feeling like if you are not with this person, if you are in a fall apart with this person, fallout, I mean, then I think that you are going to be, something new is going to resurface, and something new is going to resurface really fast. And I don't know what this is, because you can be in a different type, in all different types of relationships, or relating to this person. It can be friendship, it can be relationship, romantic relationship, or family, or business, or things like that. But there is a possibility of things are going to take off, things are going to be, you know, like reunited again. So you might well decide to leave, but then it's going to restart, you are going to be pulled to each other again. So don't worry if your fear is to leave this person. You are going to come back to this person, or this person is going to be brought back to you, they're going to join you, or things like that. And whether, okay, for example, you have this close relationship with someone, and then you are like, but I want to reach my dreams, I want to achieve my dreams, and then you are going to leave this person, but you're scared, like, is this the right decision to do? Is this person going to hate me, and things like that? No, they won't. And in fact, whether you are going to be with them again, it can be as friends, it can be as anything, but the bond between you two are not going to be severed. You're not going to make this person hate you, and you're not going to hate them either. It's always there, you're always together. And because this is your bonus life, kind of, you are free to choose which direction you want to go. You are free. And remember, if in any way you feel scared to let go, if you feel scared to leave or anything, you have gone through this many times. Just checking the cards. You have gone through this many times, and you don't have to worry if you cannot do this and that. I think with the Amethyst right here, I have a feeling like you just need to ground yourself to remember the soul that you are. I think for many of you, you have the ability to remember your past lives, and you can connect the stories, you can connect the dots, you can access the memories that you have very easily. Practice meditation, practice going within, practice silencing your, not silencing, but I really like this meditation from Sadhguru. You can download his app. I think it's called Miracle of Mind. You download that, and then the meditation is super simple. It's just reminding you that the sentence that Sadhguru says is, I'm not even the mind, I'm not even the body. Essentially, you're not your body and you're not your mind. So, but who are you then? You are the soul. And once you realize that, and once you got and you feel that you are the soul, you are going to remember everything. You are going to be able to do anything, because you will see the power and the solidness within you. The soul that you are, the fire and the everything that you are. Doesn't mean that you are not going to suffer at all or struggle at all, and that you are going to always be happy. Not necessarily, but you are going to be able to access this kind of feeling always. And you have the options, all the options in the world. Like, what kind of life do you want to live? No matter how old you are, you still have options. You still, if you think, okay, Aprisa, but I'm already, I don't know, like, I'm already 35, I'm already 50, I'm already 70. doesn't matter, because here I'm seeing that you still have option. You can still do something, you can still make changes in your life and choose something that is better for you, that you prefer, because this life is a bonus, this life is a gift, really, for you. And you are free to create your own plan. And I have, like, when I saw this card really quick, I felt like some of you are actually here to, some of you will choose to be here to, okay, I'm just gonna teach people, I'm just gonna tell my story, because the birds, they sing. I'm just gonna sing my story. Whether you are going to be a singer, you are going to be a speaker or a teacher, I think you are going to tell your stories, and your stories are going to make impact. So if that is what you want to do, it is very possible. It will give you a lot of fulfillment, and it will, I think for some of you, it's going to bring you all over the world, literally, and your voice is going to be heard everywhere. It's going to help people to be brave and see opportunities and see what they have inside of them. And that is part of your side quest in this bonus lifetime. You are going to make life more beautiful, literally creating heaven on earth. Thank you, Pile 3. Thank you, Pile 3, for coming back into this life, no matter how difficult or easy your life is. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. And if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe. If you love this, if this is resonating with you, feel free to claim with a like. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next reading. Bye-bye.